All right, welcome back to the channel. We did a little bit of work off camera just to get some more progress done. So let me show you what we did. We took the engine off of the engine stand, which was a big step because we're still waiting for those AC lines. So I got to put the AC pump back on, put the manifold onto that pump, bolt that onto the engine, and then finally, after we do that, get everything put together, the transmission on there, and then hopefully get ready to put it into the engine bag. But what we did is just a little bit more work. So we put the Spec flywheel and clutch onto the motor. The flywheel is tightened down in a star pattern in 3 different torque phases. The first one being 15 foot-pounds, the second pass being 37 foot, and then the final pass being 74 foot-pounds. Then, after that, we put the clutch and the pressure plate onto the flywheel, which is mounted here. And all those bolts, same thing, bolted on in a star pattern, and that is 3 passes, which is 20 foot-pounds, 40 foot-pounds, and then finally 52 foot-pounds. You have a little alignment tool to make that really nice and easy. Spec puts this little mark here so you can line up the pressure plate onto the flywheel. You want to make sure that you clean the flywheel surface where it mates before you put the clutch on there. So take some brake cleaner, you clean that down, and then you'll go ahead and you'll put the pressure plate and clutch to the flywheel. So that's all done, which is a nice step to have. Now we're getting ready to prep the transmission. Again, this transmission, this is a T56 out of a 2002 Camaro with 52,000 miles. It looks a little old because it is, but it doesn't have a ton of miles on it. So one of the things we're going to do, we're going to replace that slave cylinder in there, and we're also going to cut these ears off so we can make sure that we have room in the transmission tunnel that we bashed in the last video. So we're going to go ahead and remove some of these ears to give us a little more space in the transmission tunnel. We're just going to do that with the whiz wheel, so that should be pretty easy. And then for the slave cylinder, we have a new one of those, which is here. Pretty simple. What we're going to do, this is the bleed, and we're going to take that out. We're going to replace that with the speed bleeder, which will allow one-man operation to bleed the clutch, which will be nice. And then also with the kit that came from Field Racing for the feed line, they'd have a new fitting here as well. So we'll have to put that on. It has a pin there that we'll have to knock out to put the new fitting in. I should also mention we replaced the pilot bearing before we did that new clutch. This is the old one. We have this little breather tube here. We're just going to unmount that so we have a lot of space to work. All right, so there we are. I'll just go ahead and take a grinding wheel, clean this up a little bit. Yeah, so that step is a little bit unnecessary, but really just wanted to take off some of those hard edges so you don't have anything sharp, either when you're working on it, or also, let's say you have some wires coming down through here, just knock off some of those